What's up, man? It's BJ the Chicago Kid, and goddamn it, you know I got soul.
All right, BJ, I want to start out talking about the success of your feature on the single Studio, Schoolboy Q. Now, #1 single on the urban radio, you know, it's a huge deal. Was that expected for you? Did you ever, when you created the song, did you ever imagine that?
It was totally unexpected. I don't listen to the radio, honestly.
Yeah.
So knowing about the hype of the song and where it's gone and how it's grown, honestly, it was through other people. It was through word of mouth. It was through my manager showing me the paperwork and everything. It was just amazing. But I've been in the studio ever since studio, you know, did what studio did. I've been trying to make 1,000 more. All of the big brothers of myself musically, I have done it consistently. So consistency takes more than one. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to get out way more than one. You know what I mean?
I mean, you've been signed to Motown, but what do you feel like this feature has done for you in terms of opportunities coming up or elevate your profile?
It has brought a lot of people to pay attention to what I do musically. Pineapple Knowledge is still selling units.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's amazing how good music has no expiration date. So even through that and the music we're releasing now through BJTCK.com, from Perfect to Go Girl to Real Love Never Died to Weekend Wednesday. I mean, we give you guys free music, let you guys know that we want everybody to be awake for the big boom. So when the big boom happens, everybody's affected by the boom. Nobody's sleeping through this boom.
Right. Released your debut, Pineapple Now Later, back in 2012, like you mentioned. Has it been, you know, you signed with Motown, I believe, last year. Has it been tough waiting for you to...
It's been a few years.
Few years. Has it been tough waiting to get your next project out, like having to wait, or...?
The time that has passed has simply been because of myself.
Okay.
The people I create with. We wanted to give everybody a new sound. We wanted to give somebody something else, another level of what we've been doing, another level we've been inspired by. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, man, that takes time. Greatness takes time, man. To make the shirt you have on, it took time. Somebody had a vision. Somebody had a color vision. They had to get the pattern made. Then they had to get the... Yeah, it takes... It's a process when you want to do it right, at least.
Right.
Right. So we plan to do things right every time. I feel like quality is always better than quantity, but once you got a lot of quality, you can kind of give a little bit off. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're doing right now. That's why I've been away. That's why I could give songs out every Monday, because I could go a few more months with this if y'all want to, but we got a plan, so we're gonna stick to it.
Cool. What do you feel like is your lane? I mean, you're a soulful dude, but you can also reach the hip hop audience like you've done with Studio, and then you got soulful records that you can reach a pure R&B audience. What do you feel like? Which audience do you reach the best?
Ever since the Taste of Chicago, I've been carving out my lane, and that's the first thing I've ever released. Yeah. So from the Taste of Chicago to the New Beginning to Pineapple Knowledge, now to the Resume and the album, which I will not say the name of right now. I feel like all of this is carving out my lane. This is showing you everything that I can do, and I feel like I can get on a D'Angelo tour, I could get on the R. Kelly tour, I could get on the Usher tour, I could get on the rap tour. Like, I'm every rapper's favorite cousin, but I want to be everyone's favorite R&B singer at the same time, so it's going to be hard for them to carve out what lane I'm in. I just want to keep giving you good music that you rock with, and I'm inspired from so much. So I have to take you on a journey. That's my responsibility. Right. I can't keep you on one lane. You know what I'm saying? So that's why through the Resume, and even me titling the Resume after that particular song that's on that project, you'll understand that I'm pushing the bar. I'm rolling the dice. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah.
As you've been working towards this album and creating this album that's coming, what's the direction you've been taking it so far?
For the album versus the EP?
Yeah. You got an EP coming. Talk about that.
The EP is the Resume. The EP versus Pineapple was the best way to kind of explain this thing. Pineapple was a very soulful project. It had a very young element to it, but it had a comfortable, mature element to it as well. But the Resume versus that, it's straight young. It have a few reminiscent feelings of Pineapple, but the rest of it is targeted to a younger audience to pretty much make everybody sit in the same room, young, old, no matter what color you are, in the same room for this album, because the album is that's where y'all pretty much gonna have to probably meet me at Madison Square Garden. Yeah, like the album it's big. It's a big sounding thing, but it's about my life. It's my story. You know what I'm saying? It's the movie.
Right. So what's the plan for the rollout of the EP? When can we expect that to come?
October.
Okay, so that's real soon.
Yeah.
And you continue releasing songs on your SoundCloud like you've been doing? Is that You know, we've been noticing those, picking those up.
It's through bjtck.com.
Yeah.
Soon you're gonna see everything up there, from merchandise to old mixtape links. It's gonna be a one-stop shop soon. But I want everybody to understand this is where you gotta come to get it.
Right.
You have to come here. So we're getting them in a routine to pretty much come home. You know what I'm saying?
You're a true musician, but can you kind of talk about some of the artists you've been working with as well, producers and all that type of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here with one of them, Jerris Mosey, David Hatton, my brother Aaron Sledge, my brother School is always inspiring everything we do. I do music because of those two guys right there. Like, it's no question. The Futuristics, I rock with 1500. When we can get it in, those guys are busy. I'm very busy as well. My engineer Joe is very creative as well. Sometimes we create songs just he and I. Joe Searing is a beast as well. Who else? Eric Ingram, he's another incredible guy that's a part of our crew. Excuse me, I'm just fresh off stage, so I have, fuzz brain. But yeah, man, I'm always working, man. I have a lot of ideas myself. Sometimes I just loop intros and do my thing on top of that, and that turns into this, and this turns into that, and you have an incredible record. So just expect a lot of dope features that I can't talk about because I'm excited working with them every time we do it. But soon you'll see, man.
No problem. Now, the final question for you, talk about what it means being a part of this new Motown, because they've got such a good talent of young artists. It's great what they got going.
I'm competing with the old Motown, man. I'm competing with the new Motown, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm competing with the old Motown. That's what I listen to when I'm at home. I've always have before I even got signed to Motown. My uncle rocked with Motown long before I even could say Motown. My uncle Alibe, man, he rocked with Smokey Robinson for years. He married one of Smokey's sisters at the time. It's like, so music is in my blood, man. I'm not a guy that saw a video or saw a car, saw a chain and thought music would be my ticket. Like, man, I sing from a whole other place. I wonder if those people even know that place exists in the body where I sing from. I'm a different breed, man, and I'm not sounding like that. It's just no moment like that, but I just understand I'm here to do this. I knew this moment would come, and there's gonna be plenty. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just staying braced for it every day. I'm gonna take every day, one day at a time. That's simply what it is.
Love it, man. Yeah. Love it. Anything you'd like to add? That's all we have for you.
That was a cold ass intro. I'm done.
Snap.
For real, that's realness though. When you ask me good questions like that, it brings the best out of me. I feel like shit. I feel like a rapper when I say that shit. But it's the truth. I'm just a different breed, man. I really, like, say for instance, you call me to do a record and you sample like Marvin Gaye, Hear My Dear. I listen to Hear My Dear at home, right? So I have a lifestyle with this record naturally, and then the way that you flipped it, because I'm a young guy and I understand how we sample records in a whole new lifestyle of today's day and age.
Right.
So I live two lifestyles already in this one record. Plus everything that I sing is a reminiscence from something I heard before.
That's deep.
everything we put out is from something we've absorbed at one point in time. We may not remember it. You know what I'm saying? It might be the first time we catch it. It could be the first time we do it. But every melody I hear, I might take the first two bars of that and flip my own, or it might inspire this melody. But it reminds me of something. Everything I hear musically reminds me of something else I've heard. Nothing is unfamiliar to me. My uncle told me all these keys been played before, nephew. How can you play it different from everybody else? That's what opened the whole world to me. What makes your voice different? What makes your statement different? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's why when it comes to women, I don't have game, bro. I've never been the guy to have game. If we have a conversation, we can have a literal conversation, then you might be able to have the phone number that rings at 4 in the morning. Yeah, that's my real freaking cell phone. So I don't have game. I can never be the guy that had. I wasn't that guy in high school that had game. If we clicked, we clicked. If we didn't, we didn't. That was just it. I'm too much of a real guy in the core. I grew up around real people like that. My dad, my mom is real people. If they didn't rock with you, they didn't rock with you. Ain't no hate. They know what's best for them. That's simply what it is. So I appreciate everybody that rock with my music, because I take their taste like I look at that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Whole Foods versus Ralph's. I'm like Whole Foods versus the typical grocery store, man. It may cost a little more, but this shit's so much more better for you. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.